Hello guys, my name is Gaurav and this is my channel Gaurav Technology Day. So here you can learn technology easily. So today we will talk about the zero trust. Now let's get started with what is this zero trust and about a zero trust. So when we hear this term zero trust says that do not trust anything and verify everything, whatever it is. See, somebody said it is with respect to identity, somebody says with respect to traffic, somebody says with respect to infrastructure and all that. So it is with respect to everything. Zero trust is not only with respect to the identities that you do not trust anything. Okay, so you verify everything explicitly. So basically zero trust revolves around the three basic principles of zero trust we have, and that is what this like. The very first important principle of zero trust is verify explicitly. And now what is this? So this verify explicitly is in, let's say I'm having an access to organization one. Okay, and I'm the person A. So person is having an access to some kind of application to your organization one. But since we are working from home, usually what person A is using is generally he or she is using a Windows device to log in into particular and access the particular application. And now what happens is suddenly today at, let's say 6 p.m. So he logins in and he accessed this application from Windows platform or from Windows operating system at 6 p.m. and the location is India. Okay, so now what happens is this same person with the same identity, he is again logging in from another location, and let's say it is the different platform. Now it is Mac OS and he is logging in from UK. So same person A and the same application now, and this login happens at 6:30 on the same day. So if you will calculate that previous login happened at 6 p.m. that was from India, and now this login is happening at 6:30 p.m. From UK. So now practically is it possible? No, it's not possible, right? Because within 30 minutes, how a person can travel from India to UK, whatever we have, until unless we have some superpower. Okay, so we will not be able to travel from India to UK within 30 minutes and log in into the same application. So I want to confirm you here that here I am talking about successful login only. Okay, so it happened, and now what what is the scenario is? So isn't it a scenario of identity compromise? Okay, let's talk about by let's understand by another perspective. So there may be two possibilities also. So one is definitely a compromise, because you know physically it's possible to travel from India to UK in 30 minutes, right? But so uh, uh, it's not possible because it's impossible because you are not a superman or something. So it is impossible to travel from India to UK in 30 minutes. But network wise, yes, you may be by using a VPN. So there could be a possibility if you are using a VPN of a different country. Yes, your IP address will be of different country and you can do that. So that can happen, or else there is I can say there is one more possibility is that this person A is trusting somebody else who is sitting at UK location and he is sharing his credential. But other two possibilities are not the best practices. So that we should follow. Okay. So let's assume that this is a case of identity compromise. We cannot take such kind of risk. We literally cannot trace and take this kind of risk when your application or when you are a resource, it's something really important to your organization or for critical resource of your organization. In that case, what you can do is to identify that, let's assume this is a case of identity compromise, and now the person saying that no, I am located in India only, I have not logged in from UK. When he got questioned that you are talking attempts that your talking attempts says in the audit logs or activity logs that or sign in logs specifically it should be sign in logs uh, that it is compromised. So it's difficult to track now. Now what's the kind of solution you get into your mind to overcome this situation now? Even though he is not sharing his identity, and this is the case of identity compromise, but the person didn't share his credential to anyone, which means that somebody had stolen his credentials or somebody could have hacked his credential. Now, how do you know that and secure these, or how do you overcome from this situation so that you will at least get to know that your identity is compromised? So you don't know that has happened until unless you track it. Whatever solution, even though you are applying uh, identity protection, wherein you will get a risky sign-in reports there, but you are not using Azure ADP2 license, so you won't get identity protection solution. Then at a first level, how do you overcome from such kind of situation? So what I can say, I can do, I can put MFA multi-factor authentication solution. So even though somebody steals this identity and tries to log in into the application, he will have to verify his identity first. And to verify that whatever the MFA registration this person A would have used, maybe his phone number, maybe his email ID, maybe some other way. So there are various methods we have in multi-factor to use as a multi-factor authentication like authenticator app and so on. And now, second thing we have is conditional access policy. So these are the different ways we have wherein what we are actually doing now with this multi-factor authentication and conditional access. We are definitely verifying the person's identity explicitly. That this is the person who is trying to access the application. That who you that you who he says he's right or he is the correct identity or he is the authorized person who is trying to access the application. So all the Microsoft solutions are basically on these three principles. And the first one and very important one is verify explicitly. So whatever the identity, whatever the device, whatever the application is, you verify everything explicitly so that you will be able to validate or you will be able to achieve that trust and will be able to verify yourself. Okay, now then let's talk about the second principle. So then second principle comes here is the least privilege access. Let's understand this also from an example. Let's suppose person A job is to read the report or analyze certain reports. Okay, so I can say reports can be anything, any kind of logs. Let's say it is an audit logs or standing logs. So his job is to analyze those records and then share it to his manager or to the security operations person, wherein that person can then fix that up and then find out certain solution related to anything. So person A job is to only read the report, analyze it, and then make some kind of reports out of it. Now there are certain higher level of higher privileged roles are also there who are at the admin level or contributor level. So basically, person A job is to only to read the report. Then why do we give any additional access or higher privilege access to this person A? No need to give admin privileges or contributor level privileges wherein he can edit these reports or he can do certain kind of configurations level setting and then generate the reports and then share it. That is not his job. So I can say, why can't we restrict this person A only to reading this report? So, to do that, give him a role which is least privileges, which is only a reader role, security reader role. I can say. Now, how can we achieve this? Any solution? Yes, we have. We can achieve this by PIM. PIM is Privileged Identity Management solution. So a principle of giving the just-in-time or just enough access to that particular resource. Certainly, you are meeting the least privilege access principle, that you give whatever they want to they want or how long they want. So that is what the least privilege access is. That's why we say that PIM is also a part of solution to meet the principle of least privilege access. We will talk later about in depth regarding this PIM, but now I have given only the overview. So PIM is being used to actually create a role. If you want, let's say you want to give a reader role, and on under reader also you want you like also what would you want a particular user to do. You can actually create a rule that the person should read only this document, not this document. Okay, so you can customize the role. Okay, also now the third principle we have is assuming the breach. We know that 100% security is not possible. Okay? So you should be always prepared for those situations wherein what if any data breach happens? Then how much amount of my data should be exposed to an attacker? So we should be always ready for those situations. Some kind of backup solution we need to have, and that's what the principle of assume breach says, that we can achieve with the help of data encryption, and there are other certain methods also. So we will go in the depth. Okay, by in each module we will discuss about various things. So now thank you so much guys for listening me and watching this. Please like, comment and subscribe my channel.